Hey guys, Roxas here, and today we're going to be playing Pokemon White 2. Where we left off, last episode we just goofed around. I basically found them in Chino that I didn't want to find in the Shaking Grass, and then I just threw another computer in the garbage. Man, that was a good one too, man. I got that in a deal. At least I got another one. Anyway, after basically getting another computer and moving everything there, we're basically here. So, well, like I said, last episode we goofed up, so I've got nothing to say. So let's just continue with the episode already. Now, also, I do remember that Colas told us about to go check Route 21 because he gave us a machine to go check on Route 21. So let me pop first of all a repel. Oh, I got like 7 super repels. Okay, so that'll be the effect of repel on. Okay. Wait, who did I have in front again? I could just put Superior front. I mean, unless there's a flying. You know, I can't remember their hidden powers though. It still basically baffles me how my how Lit, basically aka my Chandelure, has hidden power Dragon. Oh man, that's so sick. Oh, that would be so sick because you'll never know. You're gonna be in a situation where you're just fighting Chandelure. You're gonna go for like probably Earthquake or something, and then that thing just has like hidden power Dragon. And you're like, what? Like that would be so freaking awesome. All right, Wheeler down. Man, that guy is so big. All right, let's get straight to Route 21. 21. Another trainer. Yeah, pop another repel. Gonna just fight most of these trainers. So why not? I mean, I don't think it's gonna take me. Oh my god, that long to actually reach Route 21. Okay, Remoraid. Can't believe you know what's weird? Remoraid's evolution line from a fish, it becomes a octopus. Kind of weird. Makes no sense at all. I mean, what? It's like if a bird became like a frog or something. What? It doesn't make sense. You know, like the whole line doesn't even not a bird. You can say, let's say it's like a frog. No, let's say a frog. Yeah, a frog becoming an alligator or something. Like they're not even connected at all. Like look at him. He's a fish. That's a fish. And becomes an octopus, and I'm like, what? It could have just become out of like a bigger fish, like a tuna or something. And then I'll be like, oh wow, cool. But nope, he just basically changes color, becomes a whole octopus, and I'm like, what? And I do like its octopus form, like I do like octopuses, they're pretty cool. Love eating them though, ha! Just eat a lot of fish, a lot of food from the sea, because I basically enjoy any kind of food of the sea. Like anything. Like if I go on if let's say if my mom let's say brings me to eventually through, let's say if she gets like a huge bonus, I see artillery, but if she gets like a huge bonus or something, and she's like, oh yeah, we're gonna take all of you guys to so we can go eat, let's say in a restaurant, right? When we basically go to the restaurant, most of the time I just go straight for the menu. I can see where there's fish. We go to the restaurant where you actually pay, and then you have like a whole buffet of food. So a whole buffet of food. So basically, what you do, you reserve your seats and stuff. Then you get like a whole buffet of food, so you can just eat as much as you want. And there's gonna be a chef who's basically next to the buffet, where you can come to and ask him if he can grill some seafood for you. So like. Fish, tuna, lobster, crab, what else? Fish, tuna, lobster, crab. I can't remember. And next, okay. So basically, you get the menu next to him, and then he's gonna basically ask you, read the menu if you want these specific things. Oh yeah, clams too. Yeah, clams. So it was actually crazy delicious. Actually, I prefer eating shrimp a lot. But then my teacher told me don't actually eat that because it has I can get like a high cholesterol. I don't know how to say I can't even say it. So basically, I barely actually go to to the place anymore. I mean, well, because of this main problems happening, but mostly I haven't actually gone there in a while. Like eventually, when all of this is like over, I'll probably ask my mom so we can all go like eat. So on a Saturday we can all eat, because I remember when I was I think it was my 17th birthday. My God, that was the most funniest day ever. I ate so much. Like I basically invited some of my friends, right? Some my and my brother's friends, right? We invited them so we can go eat. Since my mother was like, oh yeah, she can invite anyone. I mean, it doesn't cost that much. And then basically what happened was she invited them, and I bet them all I can eat way more than them. I did one. I ate like 7 plates of food, and I even ate snacks. I was so full, it felt like it was legit just on my neck. Like it felt like my stomach couldn't even hold the amount of food that I have, and it just went up my neck, and I was like, like trying my heart to just like stay alive or something. And after after eating all of that, I basically went outside and we were walking to the car. I went near a tree. In the shade, there was like a dark spot where there's a big tree next to a building. I basically went there, made myself puke, and oh my God, I puked, right? I felt so sick the second day, like, because most of the time, the thing is, even if I eat normally, the thing is, I really am not good at eating at night. So if that's the main thing, I never eat at night. Most of the time I eat it in the afternoon or something, and then that's fine. But if I eat it like around nighttime, or let's say ate like a ton of sugary foods, my stomach is just gonna kill me the second day. So that's the thing. That's the main reason I never go over the top. But I still won the bet though. I still won. I still told them I'm an eating monster. I don't eat that much anymore because, well, that's a big waste of food. But I mostly just prefer like just eating normally. Like the thing is, I can eat like a lot of food, but I don't even eat at school because I prefer like staying hungry. And yeah, because the thing is, I barely get hungry. I mostly really don't like eating food around school because to me it feels like I'm basically just getting full for a second, then all the energy is gonna go out. Plus most of the time I'm just walking straight to my house, and I really don't want to get like indigestion when I'm walking. Oh no, having poop between your butt, like I had that time. That was not fun because me and my friend went to Taco Bell, and we ordered some chalupas, and oh boy, that was gonna hit us hard. I think I ate a chalupa and another taco, and we drank like a lot of soda. So we went walking, right? We were walking, and then basically our stomach just grumbled like crazy. He told us so we can go meet a friend. So we went walking to go meet his friend, and someone I also know. We basically went there. We can meet up with him. And you know what happened, guys? Like the craziest thing that happened was that basically our stomach was just like growling crazy. We really needed to go to the bathroom, and our friend knew someone. So basically, what he did was take us to their house. I basically just like used the bathroom for a while, but I just really didn't feel comfortable just going all the way. You know, it wasn't my house, but it just felt really uncomfortable. Like if I'm like anywhere that is not related to like my family member or something. Like it just gives me the weirdest vibes ever. Like I just cannot calm down. So I was like, okay, I can just figure this out. I basically went straight to the bathroom. I actually I pooped like a little, and then I basically came out, let my friend do it. Let my friend poop too, and after that, we were basically walking. We were walking out of their house. We were passing through a forest, right? And then I think we saw two. Yeah, not I think. We saw 2 members of our school basically, let's say, someone was helping someone's pitch tent, if you guys know what I mean. I'm gonna just say it bluntly, they were fudging, man. They were fudging hard in there. Literally, we were walking, right, and the girl was like basically trying to basically lower the guy's tent, help him lower his tent. So basically, we were like, "Oh my god, that's insane." There is some people were just fudging in the forest, and I'm like, "Oh my god, that's so funny," because literally, I barely saw. I was legit just walking, and I saw that, and I was like, "Oh my god, guys, look, look, look!" That was so funny. Imagine the odds of like just walking in that specific forest and finding them. I also know who they are, so I'm not that worried. So I already know who they are. Never told them, of course not. But yeah, that's basically how basically I'm so terrible with food and walking. The main reason I just mostly don't eat and then do a lot of movement, because most of the time if I do, I'll be basically 110%. So I really don't feel like I have to worry about that anymore. Anyway. Yeah, popular show. So that's the thing, you know. But yeah, that's basically how things went. So basically, like you know, some people prefer eating most of the time or something. Most of the time, I really don't even eat. Like I said, most of the time I really don't eat. Even if I'm at my house, I barely eat something. Most of the time, I just eat something in the afternoon. If I'm really like craving something, I'll just probably buy like a cookie and some juice and stuff, and then just eat that, and I'm 110%. So that's the thing. And most of the time when I'm walking, I basically get like a lot of energy just basically using my body's nutrients, because I have like a ton of nutrients. Like I think my reserves are just crazy. Since I never actually tested out how far I can go without eating, never test that out, because there's just legit no reason. I mean, I can go for like, I have no idea how long. Like I said, like I can go so long that even I can't understand how long I can go. Like I remember once I tested out, damn man, I did not get any. I was like hungry, but since I did like a lot of movement and stuff, I got like a ton of energy. It happens most of the time also when I'm basically exercising with my friends, or we're going to the gym. Not the gym. When there's physical sports at school. How do you call it again? Comment down below if you know. I don't know. I don't live in America or some crap. But basically after that, basically every time when we go to the gym and stuff, and let's say play games and stuff, or let's say play soccer match or do running and stuff, I could just lose like a lot of energy there, and then just get it all back. Like I'm not joking. I could just lose like be super exhausted. My friends could be like crazy tired from running and stuff. I just get up and have like 20 times more energy than I had at the beginning. And most of the time I'm just weirded out about that fact, because like I can just get more energy. Like the more exhausted I was, the more energy I get. Like my friends could be dying of heat and needing air and stuff. I could just be 110, 20, 130%. Like I could just keep going and going. Like that's a scary thing, you know. I just cannot like tell how to just get super exhausted at that point, because like for me it's like the more exhausted I am, the more energy I get. It's kind of weird explaining it, you know, because I don't even know myself, but it happens most of the time. I tested it out multiple times. It's a pure fact. Like I remember basically every time in school we have this whole running thing where we run for points. So basically after after running and stuff, you get actually a point. So you gotta run, let's say, for this amount of time. You get this amount. You get this point. This amount of time. This point. So basically, after I'm running and stuff, I felt really exhausted. No, not exhausted in a way. When I basically ran, and I stopped, I basically sat down and I was like, then I just got up. Saw my friends playing soccer, and I was like, all right, then I'm gonna jump in. Came in there, some were just dying of exhaustion because they also ran, and I was like 110%. I got even more energy through all of that, because the thing is just get way more energy. You know, every time when we go to the gym, to let's say the gymnasium at school, we're actually every time we basically go there, and we have it on Monday, so it's legit on Monday mornings around after our computer classes. But after basically going through that, my whole body is like 100%, because I moved a lot. My body's like stretched. It's moved and stuff. So I'm not in a position where I have to worry about a thing. And that was actually really good, you know, in a position where I can actually be like really relaxed. Amazing. But after that, I felt after that basically. You know what sucks the most? That a Monday you're gonna be, oh my god, I feel good. I stretch and everything. The next day you're gonna be freaking sore. Because I never stretch. Like that's the thing, I never stretch. Like sometimes I do, but even if I walk all the way to my mom's house, I forget to stretch. Literally forget to stretch. Like if I'm in a hurry, dude, I'm not doing a thing. I'm just full on focus mode, straight to my mom's house. In a position where I'm like walking. So some people think I'm like pissed off or something. I'm just like, no, dude, I'm in full focus mode, dude. Don't bother me. That's the thing. I'm just fully focused at that point. The only thing that I hate the most, like when I'm basically walking around, I see like dogs and stuff, and the thing is, I have like this weird PTSD with dogs. It's not like I can't physically touch them and stuff. I can totally physically touch a dog and basically play with them. I have no problem with that. Just dogs outside of like in the wild, you know. Let's say you're basically walking through a house. Okay, let's say you're basically walking through a house and you just randomly see a dog just right around, let's say right around the corner. You see a dog. Like if it's basically if it's not in the house, let's say you're just walking through a street, right? Straight down, you're going, and you just see a dog that's basically it doesn't have a collar. It's just a normal dog out there in the wild, and I get this like weird anxiety feeling in my stomach, since you know I really am not comfortable with dog, because I remember when I was younger, my neighbors had like a ton of really savage dogs. Like those things were just terrifying, and I remember getting so many nightmares with dogs because I remember at one point when I was really young, I had a nightmare where a dog basically ate my little brother. Like legit, it looked so realistic though. I could not like, it just made me cry. Like made me cry. I just felt super down at that point because legit, just seeing that just going through my head multiple times, it just really, I just couldn't take that. And I was so young at that point. And then slowly I remember getting another nightmare of dogs, where basically what happened was I was basically going to a school where we basically can get do work for extracurricular, so we can just get extra points. After going there, we basically get, how do you say? Oh yeah. I basically went there with some people, and then they asked me if I brought the specific papers that I need, and I was like, oh no, I'm missing them. I'll go back and get them. I was walking back with some people who also missed them. Then a wild dog. That thing looked like I don't know, like a demon or something, because that thing was terrifying. I still have the picture of that thing in my head. It's so scary. So what happened was we were walking around, and the dog was just basically looking. Literally just popped out, and I was so scared. I basically hid. There was like a container and let's say a car on a car, like let's say next to it, but that was around. It was around the height, so you can just get on the car and then get on the container. That was basically being hauled by a crane and stuff. So basically, what happened was I got on the car. I basically got under the car, right? The dog was like just looking around. Everyone was like just standing there silently without even moving. And I was legitimately scared. Like I was so scared. So what happened was we the dog was just searching around, and then he basically came straight to me. He basically saw me. I saw those wide lifeless eyes. Basically gave me the creeps. I basically rolled down from down there. I basically jumped up because there was also like, let's say, how do you call it? There were also like, let's say, like chickens and stuff, and I thought he was gonna probably just eat those because that thing looked savage as heck. Looked like something came out of a nightmare. So after that, I basically was in a position where I don't have like a thing to do. I was legit like scared. Because what happened was I thought he was gonna go for the chickens. He went straight for me. I jumped on the car and then basically jumped on the how do you say the thing on the crane, the container. So I thought I'll be fine because someone who was basically walking around was basically distracting him, so I can just basically move for a second. And then what happened was he basically came straight for me. Like he basically, let's say, jumped on the car, then jumped on the container, and he came straight for me. I could just see his like ravaging eyes just opening his mouth. Everyone just ran away at that point. Like the moment he just jumped up there and was straight for me, they were like, okay, let's go, let's get out of here because he's not after us. And I was like scared. Like I just woke up that night with the most biggest open fear in my face. I was like so scared because that's the first time when I was like, I don't know, older, that I had a nightmare that hard. And after waking up after that, dude, I felt like my heart just sank for a second because that felt so real, and it really scared me. But I was like, nah, just breathe, and you're gonna be fine. I breathed for a second. I think I was awake for like 5 minutes, then fell asleep again. I was like, okay, let me just fall back asleep, I mean, and that's basically how it happened. That's the thing, you know, because there was a lot of neighbors with dogs and stuff, and they were crazy vicious, and it's just not that comfortable with like wild dogs. If I just walk around and I see a wild dog, even when I'm like crazy old, I still get this really this fear of them, you know, because you know, I think I have this fear of the unknown, because I don't know what the heck they're gonna do, you know. It's just so scary, just knowing that they could just pounce at you and you're pretty much done. That really scares me so much. But I think I'll be fine. Eventually, through time, I'll probably just like accept that fear, and I'll be fine. And that was basically the story. The good thing is I don't have to worry about them anymore. So, like the dogs that are around my neighbor, they're not there anymore. So I really don't have to worry about that. But okay, let's just end the episode right here. So I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys later. Don't forget to subscribe and have a nice day.